Okay, we are back in Legend of Heroes Trails from Zero. So we concluded the prologue, we're about to kick off the first chapter.
今月も大変だったわね。
Thought I'd have a little bit more time where they do like a panning camera shot or something, but my voice is a little bit better. I hope I hope I'm actually able to finish the video for once, but we'll see. My plan for this one is to go around talking to people, and then the second part will be doing the actual missions. So without further ado...
何？いつものことだ。それよりも送金の方はよろしく頼む。
わかったわ。IBC 経由でいいのね。それにしても依頼を回してる私がこういうのもなんだけどさ、あなたもうちょっと仕事を減らした方がいいんじゃない？しずくちゃんだって寂しがってるでしょう。ごめん、これは言わない約束だったわね。それはそうと、レマン総本部からの連絡がまた来ていたんだよ。いい加減受けてくれる気はないのかって。
またそれか。その件に関しては何度も断っているはずだろう。
まあ総本部としてはカシウスブライトの代わりを揃えておきたいんでしょうね。あなた彼の弟弟子なんでしょ。実績だって引けを取らないんだし、いい加減観念したらどうなの？
残念だが彼と俺では役者が違いすぎる。実績にしたところで彼のように国家的な問題を解決したわけではないからな。正直身に余る話さ。
国家的な問題っていうならレミフェリアの件があるじゃない。対抗閣下から勲章ももらったんだし、実績としては十分すぎると思うけど。
あの件は本当の意味で解決できたわけではないからな。広告での目は潰したとはいえ、一部の黒幕は取り逃がしたままだ。
I'm not sure if they're referring to the salt pail here, but I doubt it. I think that's something else.
本来なら勲章など辞退したかったんだが。
まったくもう生真面目すぎるんだから。せめて昇格でもすれば逆に少しは落ち着くんじゃない？今月だけでも100件以上。尋常じゃないわよ、この仕事量は。
無理をしているつもりはないさ。列車と飛行船の便数も増えて、自治州外への出張も楽になった。頼もしい助っ人たちも来ることだし、今後は一息つけるだろう。
あの子たちか。まあ確かに期待の大型新人ではあるわね。少なくともあの支援課の坊やたちよりは何倍も頼りになりそうだわ。
ごめんください。
あら、早速来たみたいね。こっちよ、上がってきて。
あ、2階？
失礼します。
こんにちは、ミシェルさん。アリオスさん？
よかった。ちょうどいらっしゃったんですね。
ま、偶然だがな。3ヶ月ぶりになるか。2人ともよく来てくれた。
ほんと、あなたたちがうちに来てくれるなんてね。うんうん。これで当分クロスベル支部も安泰だわ。
買いかぶりすぎだと思いますけど。
ご期待に添えるよう頑張ります。
改めまして、声優劇士エステル・ブライト。
並びにヨシュア・ブライト。
遊撃士協会クロスベル支部に正式に所属させていただきます。
Chapter 1, Afternoon of the Wolves. So this is when we meet Zeit, and hopefully those two don't need an introduction.
遅いな、課長。そろそろ朝のミーティングを始めたいんだけど。
さすがに課長抜きで始めるわけにはいかないものね。
こんなことなら二度寝すりゃよかったな。そんで昼
過ぎに起きてからカジノあたりに遊びに行くと。
典型的なダメ人間ですね。
遅れたな。
課長、おはようございます。
おはようございます。早速ミーティングを始めますか？
いや、その必要はない。先ほど本部から連絡があった。今日はお前らに特別任務を引き受けてもらう。
特別任務？
なんかうさんくさい響きだな。
この前のような。
残念ながら俺も知らん。まずは警察本部に行ってこい。お前らの客人が待ってるはずだ。
Third floor.
またあの嫌味な副局長に呼び出されることになるとはな。一体何の用だってんだ。
客が待ってるって言ってたし、ただ嫌味や小言を言うために呼び出したんじゃないと思うけど。
どのみち嫌味は聞かされそうな気がしますが。そうね。まあ流しておきましょう。
特務支援課所属バリングス以下4名前に。失礼します。あれ、あの制服は
警備隊だったかしら。
ゲゲ。
あらご挨拶ね、ランディ・オルランド。何がゲゲなのかしら。
いや少し意表をつかれたっていうか。
なんだ、知ってるのか。
やましいことがありそうな反応ですね。
君たち敬礼したまえ。こちらは警備隊の副司令を務めておられるソーニャニサだ。
警備隊の副司令。
失礼しました。ニサというと普通の軍隊では中佐に相当するはずですが。
Trying to remember the exact chain of command because I think Lieutenant Colonel is the lowest colonel rank. I think it's like Lieutenant Colonel, Major Colonel, Full Colonel, and then you go into Lieutenant General, or Brigadier General, Lieutenant General, Major General, and Full General.
そんなに偉い人なんですか？
偉いも何も実質警備隊のナンバー2だぞ。指揮官としてのカリスマなら間違いなくナンバー1だけどな。
So real quick, in case you're wondering, once upon a time, militaries didn't actually keep like high numbers of high-ranked soldiers on their payroll. Basically, at time of peace, they went home. It was something that happened within the past 100 years where they actually started keeping large amounts of higher officers. So it would not be out of place for there to be like a lieutenant colonel being the second highest commissioned soldier because literally all the other higher ones would have retired in times of peace.
堅苦しくしないでちょうだい。あなたたちが特務支援課ね。
はい。本日は自分たち特務支援課に何かお話があるとか。
光栄に思うがいい。君たちごとき役立たずの新米をこの場に呼んでやったのだからな。
副局長、この場はどうか私に。
ですが、わかりました。すべてあなたにお任せしましょう。
ありがとうございます。改めてクロスベル警備隊の副司令ソーニャ・ベルツよ。今日はあなたたち特務支援課の力を借りに参上したわ。まずは一通り話を聞いてくれないかしら。
魔獣の被害調査。
ええ、そうよ。ここ一月余り自治州各地で特定の魔獣被害が相次いでいるの。その調査の手伝いをあなたたちにお願いしたくってね。
ちょっと待ってください。クロスベル市内ではなく市外での魔獣被害の調査ですか？
あら、不服かしら？
いえ、そんなことは。
その 警備隊の方でもすでに調査されているのですよね。その上で私たちが手伝う余地などあるのでしょうか。
それが大ありなのよ。普通の魔獣被害というにはどうも不可解なことが多すぎてね。うちの調査だけでは手詰まりになってきているのよ。だから別の視点を入れておきたいってところかしら。
別の視点ですか？
そう、警備のプロではなく捜査のプロとしての視点をね。その意味では別にあなたたち支援家でなくてもいいんだけど、例えばエリートと名高い捜査一課とか。
いや紹介したいのは山々なんですが、何分忙しい途中でして、はい。
とま、いろいろ事情がおありのようだからあなたたちを指名させてもらったの。迷惑だったかしら？
いえ、わかりました。そういう事情があるなら喜んで。それで魔獣被害の調査というと具体的には何をすればいいんでしょう？
ノエル、例のものを。
はっ、どうぞ。
どうも。
This is Fran's sister, by the way, if you didn't notice from the last names. She is playable for one part in this game, and she joins the Triple S in Azure.
あれ？この人。
どうしましたか？
いえ、すみません。どこかで見た気がしたけど。これは
警備隊の調査報告書ですね。
こちらの調査で判明したことは一通りそれに書かれてあるわ。まずはその調書だけを見て、あなたたちには捜査に入ってほしいの。余計な先入観を与えないためにね。
なるほど。
そういうことであれば後ほど拝見させてもらいます。
お願いするわね。それでは申し訳ないけど我々はこれで失礼させてもらうわ。今後は支援課と直接やり取りするから、何か分かったら報告をちょうだい。
了解しました。
副局長、どうもお邪魔しました。
いえいえ、また遠慮なくどうぞ。
どうやら結構馴染めてるみたいだね。
いやまあ国境監視や演習よりは楽しく過ごさせてもらってますよ。
それは結構。私も紹介した甲斐があったわ。ノエル、行くわよ。
はい。それでは失礼します。
やれやれだぜ。
ひょっとして警備隊での上官だったのか？
いや、直接の上官じゃないけどな。訓練や軍事演習で何度か指導を受けているんだ。美人なのに怒らせるとめちゃくちゃ怖いんだよな。
ランディさんの場合は生活態度が原因なのでは。そうね。なんだか女性問題でいろいろとトラブルを起こしてたらしいし。
そういえば副司令に付き添っていた女性隊員も知り合いなのか？
いや、見たことのない顔だったな。多分副司令が任されているタングラム門詰めの隊員だろう。そういやお前、なんか気にしてたみたいだな。なんだひょっとして一目惚れか？
あら？
いや、そんなんじゃないってば。ただどこかで見かけたような気がして。
君たちはいつまでくだらない話をしてるのかね。ひょっとしてセルゲイあたりに言われて私をバカにしに来たのかね。
いや、そんな。
失礼しました。
ならばとっとと出てきたまえ。まったく揃いも揃って私の忠告を無視しよって。それが何を意味するのかは当然分かっているのだろうね。
おいおい。
まあせいぜい野山で魔獣探しにでも明け暮れるんだな。なんだったら全員そのまま警備隊に移ったらどうかね。 忌々しいセルゲイと一緒にな。
失礼します。
たく嫌みったらしい野郎だな。
耳栓が欲しかったです。まあ今のは私たちにも少しは非があったわけだから、さすがに少し暴言が過ぎると思ったけど。
まあいい、目くじら立てても仕方ない。とにかく一旦戻って長所に目を通してみよう。その上で捜査方針を決めて動く必要がありそうだ。
そうね、どうやら普通の魔獣被害じゃなさそうだし、不可解なこと。
There have been a recent string of unidentified monsters throughout Crossville. Guardian Force perform an investigation, evaluate the incidents, witnesses at 3 locations, report seeing or hearing wolf-like monsters. The following 3 pages detail each case. First one is Armorica Village. 3 weeks ago at night, the entire village area, crops and livestock were damaged to varying degrees, not discovered until the morning. No witnesses. Canine prints were discovered inside the village, nothing in areas outside the village. Number 2 was St. Ursula Medical College. 1 week ago at night. 1 medical resident was attacked and wounded by a trespassing pack of monsters, found by the staff the morning after. Only eyewitness was the resident, reported seeing black wolf-like monsters. No other evidence, statement was vague and inaccurate. And then finally, Maine's mining village, which I think is where we end this at. 2 days ago, 10 p.m. in front of the inn. A miner heading home was injured by a pack of monsters. Colleague rushed to his aid. Townspeople saw the wolves escaping. Prints discovered resemble the ones found in Armorica. Mining equipment in town was damaged. 3rd incident patrols necessary.
これは
本当に各地で起きてるのね。ほとんどニュースになっていないみたいだけど。
なるほどな。どうやらただの魔獣被害じゃなさそうだぜ。
狼型魔獣。
さすがにちょっとわからないな。ただ被害の起きた場所でははっきりとした足跡なんかも残されているみたいだ。そういう魔獣がいるのは確実だろう。
でも警備隊の捜索では未だに確認されていないのよね。それがちょっと気になるけど。
ああ、姿を隠しているんなら相当ずる賢い魔獣みたいだぜ。こりゃ凄腕の狩人かなんかを雇った方がいいんじゃないか。
そうですね。私たちが動いたとして何かできるとは思えませんが。ロイド、どうしたの？
なんだ、また何かひらめいたのか。
ひらめいたってより捜査という観点からこの魔獣被害を調べるんだったら何が。
捜査の観点から魔獣被害を調べる。
例えば一連の魔獣被害を事件として捉えたら、この場合犯人は誰になる？
そりゃ報告にもある狼型魔獣ってやつだろう。どうやら一匹だけじゃなくて群れで行動してるみたいだ
な。だったらもう一つ、その犯人のプロフィールと動機についてはどうだろう。
そいつは。
なるほど、この長所からはそれが見えてこないわけね。
なあ、知能が高い魔獣なら普通は人里には近づかないはずだ。飢えているのが動機だとすると、病院の被害報告なんかは不可解すぎる。だったらそれらを説明できる何らかの真実があるんじゃないか。
確かに理屈ではそうなりますね。そうすると捜査方針は決まったわね。
なあ、とにかく被害に遭った場所で関係者から話を聞いてみよう。少なくとも俺たちのやり方でこの長所を保管することくらいは最低限できるはずだ。
そうね、少しでも警備隊の役に立てれば無駄にはならないわね。
ああ、助かったぜ。闇雲に野山を駆け回って魔獣狩りする羽目にならなくてよ。
それでロイドさん、聞き込みをするとして。
そうだな、まずは最初に被害に遭ったアルモリカ村に行ってみよう。一番被害が具体的だし、少しでも魔獣の特徴をつかんでおいた方が良さそうだ。
なるほど、いいかもしれないわね。アルモリカ村は確か町の北東だったわよね。
なあ、 東口に出て動力バスに乗ればいいはずだ。それと今回は初めての市外活動だ。行った先で何があるかわからない。準備を済ませてから出発しよう。
だな。
念のため他の支援要請もチェックした方が良さそうですね。
And with that, let's actually look at the request like Tio suggested. So we have the overdue book retrieval. So this is Miles, Lloyd's quote-unquote uncle, I believe. Basically Cecile's father. We're running into a problem, namely people are checking out books and not returning them on time. I need help retrieving them. See me at the city library in the administrative district. Hunting for ingredients. Oscar. Seeking ingredients to use a new special bread recipe. Can you guys lend me a hand? Come visit Morges. Has extra stuff to it, so just a heads up. And then assistance with new service. We're recruiting people to help us implement a new service here at the IBC. If you have stuff on hand, can we please have a moment of your time? Thanks in advance. So I should point out all of those have long timers, and there's kind of a reason for that. So first order of business, we need to go buy some fish, because we need to feed the feline. Although we can pick up some weapons on our way, I guess. Hey miss, that guy stopped by the shop again if you were wondering. That guy, you mean Chief Roberts? Yeah, that's him. He left another orbital staff with me like he did last time. I'd like you to take off my hand sooner rather than later if you're planning on buying it. Very well then. Tio's boss sure likes to work in roundabout ways, doesn't he? That's for sure. I don't understand why he just doesn't give it to you directly. Chief, you are dangerously close to pushing me over the edge if you do not cut this out. So, just like last time, we will not be buying anything for Tio or Ellie. So she could actually get 20 points of power. Only 15 for Tio. That's a pretty big boost for Randy. Versus 600. Can't afford to buy more than 3 of these. Ah, they only outright equip it. That sucks. So, not giving it to Tio because she should be in the back. Ellie gets it because she's the one that has the Revival S craft. Hello. Hi there. You're the, special sports section. I suppose it is a bit of a mouthful. The special sports section? Got it. Have fun with work. That's not quite it. Well, you've only been around for a month, I guess. I'm sure she'll remember the name after a bit more time. Now that orbital cars gain more popular, illegal parking has become a bigger issue. When people park on the side of the highway, they are a pain for pedestrians and fellow drivers, you know. Like it or not, roads are for everyone. Owning a car does not put you above the law. That quest is gonna haunt me, man. Let me tell you, Crossvilles love gossip. One lap around the city will fill you in on loads of interesting tidbits. Be it an urban legend or foreign economics, all kinds of news flies around the city. Almost makes you think we can't keep a secret. Kind of something to that, isn't there? Alright, we got an order for 2 here. If you need to place an order, you can ask one of our servers. Though, if I'm honest, I'll probably still make something if you ask me. Darn it, barely any girls have stopped by to grab a bite today. Wait, there's still the lunch rush to go. The battle isn't over yet. We have a pair of newlyweds here eating right now. Perhaps I'll send them a nice bottle of wine later on the house. Welcome. We're serving our breakfast menu right now. If you're still running an empty tummy this morning, be sure to put an order in soon. How lovely. I heard that the police finally decided to get involved in the mess those rabble caused downtown. Ultimately, they made no arrests, though. What's the point of having police anyway if they can't be bothered to enforce the law? Eat up! Go, go, go! After you finish, we'll hit every tourist spot before evening comes. I hear you, coach. Another plate, sir. My wife and I are here on our honeymoon. Crossville City is gorgeous, isn't it? You never know what will catch your eye here. Well, let's plan everything out for our honeymoon, making all the reservations. That way we know what we want to see and when we want to see it. Oh my gosh, did you hear that like some totally creepy monsters attacked our Morka and Maine's? That's messed up. Why the heck is the Guardian Force just sitting on their butts at a time like this? Well, we shouldn't have to worry. They never attack us here in the city or whatever. After all, we have the lovely bracers just over on East Street to watch over us. I just saw this massive green car. I think it might have had the Crossville Guardian Force emblem on it, too. Man, what would the Guardian Force be out here for, you know? Good morning, everyone. Hope you have a wonderful day. Our store works hard to ensure we're listening to customer opinions and feedback. Do not hesitate to inform us if you experience any dissatisfaction. Good morning, Neston. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Are you headed off somewhere? Yes, I'm amazed you can tell. Be in the business for as long as I have and you'll learn to recognize these things. You know what they say, it's better to have something and not need it than need it and not have it. Prepare well and make sure you don't forget to pack anything. Well, if it isn't our favorite swimsuit magazine connoisseur, you haven't missed a week, where you're going to put my future kids through medical college at this rate. And you can bet I'll be back every week for those girly mags. At this point, it's pretty much my life's work. I remember you introduced yourself as such a man, but still, swimsuit magazines, huh? Randy, don't you think maybe you shouldn't bring that up in front of Ellie and... What was that? My best pal Lloyd wants me to hook him up with the sickest mags? Anything for you, my man. I'll give them to you later. No. You know for a fact that wasn't what I was saying. Don't you dare drag me into this. Maybe I should have kept quiet. Yeah, you should have. Just give me a copy of the Crossville Times and I'll be on my way. A shoe's design often reflects the designer's personality. Even shoes of the same general style can have a variety of different shapes. My heart skips a beat when I think about it. So I was thinking about trying to buy one of these because they give you the agility stats, your evasion, I believe. The one in parentheses, because if you notice, this gives 5, this doesn't give anything, so kind of see, I hope. I showed a couple of braces around a little while ago. It was a young man and lady. I kind of got the impression that they were dating. Boy, am I jealous. Goodness, do you see the new outfits they have in the clothing store? I would just adore having a set. They're so pricey, though. I'm sure my husband would oppose buying them. Our current DIE members are nothing but a bunch of incompetent fools. They're too preoccupied with partisan politics to approve any new laws. Sheesh, what a sorry state they're in. When I hear news about a fine piece of art, I can hardly contain myself. I went to the museum in Le Mans State to see their Celadon porcelain jars the other day. Wish I could show them to my customers, too. So I think you can get these out of the casino. We'll look, because everything here should be open now. Crossville is home to many different boutiques, much like this one. We pride ourselves on being able to bring in not only the top-of-the-line brands, but quality items from the most popular smaller brands as well. Hope you're able to appreciate the wide variety we're able to offer you. So these give you more magic resist. Oops. I actually did want to look at one thing there. See, I'd miss out on 6 defense, but I'd only save 300 Mira. Not really worth it. I think I went the better way. Helping Mom shop. I would rather stay at home alone, but I didn't have a choice. We already spoke to him. Got forced into doing the shopping again. Really wanted to look for a book to help me with my studies, but my family roped me into doing all the grocery shopping. There's apparently a torrential downpour in the Republic's grain-producing region. Should probably buy 20% more Empire-grown vegetables since the Republic will be increasing their prices next week. Hopefully it'll ensure that I don't run out of inventory. Wouldn't want to inconvenience all my customers, you know. So if you thought I was kidding about money being tight this early, hopefully you see what I was alluding to. Tourism is considered one of Crossville's biggest and most profitable industries. They even make room in the state budget for it, believe it or not. Yeah, balloons is an important role all its own, actually. It makes tourists happy and excited to be in the city. There's a brand new orbital vacuum releasing this month. Should I spoil myself a bit and place an order? Come on, everyone's got to have some pep in their step today. Our goal is to beat times in sales. This month I'm going to shatter that damn bull sales record, I swear it. As it stands, there are 4 major orbit manufacturers in Zemuria. You have the Empire's Rhineford Company, the Republic's Vern Company, Liberal's ZCF, Zeiss Central Factory, and the Epstein Foundation. Among these, the Epstein Foundation is the most research-oriented organization. As such, the products aren't really geared towards the public. You guys are Wendy's friends, aren't you? Have you heard about our brand new Orbment cover replacement service? Got all the latest trendy designs in stock. Please check them out. Good morning, everyone. I'm in a great mood right now. You see, a bracer just stopped by a little while ago. He had striking black hair, beautiful amber-colored eyes. Could this be love at first sight for young Chaco? So, right there are those, but we can't afford them. Hey, Lloyd & Company. Work still treating you well? We're chugging along somehow. The requests we get are also different. It's often exhausting trying to keep up. Well, what matters is that you keep giving it your all, I guess. Before you head out, let me take a look at your Orbment's conditions, okay? You'll regret it if you don't. Okay, I hear you. Thanks, Wendy. I don't think I can actually get anything. Eep. So we're gonna hold off on that until after we talk to the bank. So, let's see. I'm gonna try to make the cat food right now, so I'll be back. Okay, took 4 tries, but here we are. So this is the precursor to feeding, crud, what's the cat's name in Cold Steel? Yeah, I'm drawing a blank. Huh, so Kope isn't voiced. Giving us a gift, eh? Thanks, Kope. We'll use it well. Now, since we did everything in the central square, we're gonna go out the back door and just go straight to West Street. The chest on the map distracted me again. Did you hear that the Bracer Guild picked up a couple of new members? Most of the Bracers I know in Mason, so I'm curious to how good these guys are. I have this friend who's, well, let's just say eccentric. She's always on the move, skipping town the second she can to roam all over the place. Came down this way to hang out with her today, but she's already long gone. Shoot, the delivery is late. We still don't have our ingredients. We'll have to use our stock more conservatively today. Can't risk running out of ingredients. I feel ashamed for not being better prepared. Welcome. Per usual, the only thing that has any time to rest around here is the dough. Hey Lloyd, back again already? You in the mood to chat down on some bread? Not quite. Instead of chowing down, don't you think we have something else to attend to? You sent a request to the special support section, right? Did I? Please notify any other Oscars on the premises of our arrival. Come on, Oscar, we're on the job here. Oh yeah, I remember now. Wanted to see if you guys can help me gather some ingredients for a new kind of bread. Our usual supplier's been running late, so we're kinda low on stock. Gotcha. Well, you certainly can't bake without any ingredients. Say that again. So you guys mind lending me a hand? If that's all there is to it, you can leave it to us, Oscar. What kind of ingredients are you looking for? Got plenty of butter and flour. Why don't you gather 4 pieces of fish fillet and 3 monster eggs if you're up to the challenge? That's it. We can snatch those up right on the outskirts of the city, no sweat. It's convenient. We'll try gathering them as we deal with our other support requests. Here you guys are collecting ingredients for Oscar, is that right? So unfair. What's wrong? Trying to create a new kind of bread for the bakery, too. Why is Oscar the only one who gets the special support treatment? Is she alright? She seems upset over, well, I'm not so sure. If you ask me, it sounds like she's big rivals with her buddy Oscar over there. Maybe she's worked up over us giving the competition a hand with his request. So that falls on us? Hold on, is this about... Excuse me, you heard about the delayed delivery. Did you need some help with that? We'd be more than happy to bring you some ingredients, too, if you'd like. Really? Then, 2 monster eggs, please. Try to hurry, okay? I need to finish this bread before Oscar beats me to the punch. Of course, we'll do our best to help. Lloyd weaved his way out of that minefield like a damn natural. He can be surprisingly smooth, can't he? Something up, guys? Nothing at all. So yeah, that's your clue that there's more to this one. You're here earlier than normal. Any particular reason? Anyway, we're here because we have some work to take care of. You're always up bright and early too, aren't you, Oscar? I suppose that's par for the course as a baker. Good morning, Oscar. Must be nice working in a bakery that smells this lovely. You know it, that's the smell of our new monthly bread. There's some on the shelf over there. Now it's the time to get some. They're like a slice of pure heaven when they're fresh. Must not make joke about cops getting donuts. Okay. My dad is a railway engineer. He won a business trip and won't be back for 2 months. Yeah, I was getting the impression from Wendy that her dad's a busy man. But get this. My dad got her a bunch of engineering toys to play with when she was growing up, and just look at her now. I need to be careful and not fall for his trap. Kid has a point. I'm heading to the Times department store to wholesale some goods. Found a new item to invest in, so I need to go write up a good pitch for it. There are plenty of other wholesalers all trying competing to get their wares in the department store, so I can't afford to get complacent. Well, if it isn't Lloyd and his friends. Haven't seen you in quite some time. How is everything? Is work going well? It's alright, I guess. It's nothing more than a bunch of chores. Don't sweat it, everyone starts off doing some grunt work. While you're here, why don't I give you a few cooking tips? Given how many calories you must burn a day, it's crucial that your diet has proper vitamins and minerals you need. So now we know how to make a juicy steak. Anyway, your uncle's gone to work. Need to tidy the place up before I leave to pray. I can make a comment there, but it is so freaking dark, man. Word is the police stopped a major incident in the downtown district recently. You don't hear a story like that often. Definitely caught me by surprise. I heard the police had stopped patrolling downtown. What a beautiful sunny morning. If only the diet session in a few months would turn out half as nicely as today's weather. My husband was a member of the diet until about 5 years ago. He never had any principles or opinions of his own. Sit on the fence, let others talk it out, and then go with the winning side. Well, at least he has his pension. That's something, I suppose. Some of these lines hit way too close to home. I was struggling so much with the design that I ended up pulling an all-nighter. I'm confident it paid off. The client should be pleased with tomorrow's meeting. That husband of mine pulled yet another all-nighter. He always does when he has to design a new building. I don't know what I'm going to do with that man. I suppose I'll just have to pour him a nice warm cup of tea. Have you guys heard the news? Tickets for Arkansas's newest performance will be going on sale soon. How long have I waited to gaze upon Elia's majestic figure? I absolutely must get tickets. So yeah, it turns out my voice didn't really hold out much at all. Ryu and Honori haven't been around here lately. They told me that they were on a super secret mission. Sounds fun. I wish I could be on the secret mission too. So I already bought the newspaper. I don't actually need to buy anything here. I buy our milk and honey wholesale from a trader around here. Honey's been selling quite well these days, so he warned me that we may see a price hike in the near future. I can always count on him to give me advance notice on these sort of things. He may be a shrewd businessman, but he's got a good heart. Chop a little bit of this, stir a little bit of that. Rather than throwing out our old unsold produce, we end up using it for our own dishes. We don't want to waste food now, would we? Are you a client? If you need Mr. Grimwood, he's over at his desk. I forgot what's down here. I think it leads to the geofront, maybe? Special support section. Are you in some sort of trouble? No, nothing like that. It's just, well, what harm is there in telling him about the case? After all, he might know something. She's exactly right. You never know what you may learn from someone if you don't take the first step to communicate. Go on, ask me anything you like. If you insist. Would you explain the case about the wolf-like monsters? Wolf-like, you say? I certainly have heard of them, but unfortunately monster are sort of outside my area of expertise. No biggie, we figured as much. By the way, what's the matter that you said you heard about, Mr. Grimwood? Yes. A Maine's merchant recently asked me about an appointment. He wanted to discuss the effects the monsters are having on his business. However, thanks to the CGS patrols, the monsters haven't appeared since. The appointment ultimately fell through. I see. Interesting. That corroborates the report we were given. There don't seem to have been any new attacks. I say we start our investigation in our morgue village just like we planned. As always, we appreciate your help, Mr. Grimwood. My pleasure. I'm sorry that I couldn't provide more help than I did. Or if you need anything else, my doors are always open. I'm not going to be too talkative for a little bit, just because I'm trying to let my voice rest between segments. I think there should be enough seasoning. Not to brag, but I've gotten pretty dang good at all this housework stuff. When I was a little, Granny taught me everything I know. Thanks to her, my cooking can knock you right off your feet. Do you think I'd be an awesome wife in the future? I'm knitting Henri a pair of pajamas. Of course, if I spent some mirror, I would be able to get some fine clothes for him. But Henri is still young. I'm sure he'd prefer warmer hand-knitted clothes over the fancy stuff. I made acquaintances with the wife of some famous company's president at a recent party. Still feeling the high from getting to talk to a bona fide celebrity. And while I said she was the wife of some big shot, she's actually an accomplished economic theorist in her own right. She kept using big words, so I kept nodding and smiling while pretending like I had any idea what she was talking about. These slips. I usually sort through the sales slips while my husband is out negotiating. I'm not exactly spectacular in this field, to be honest. However, I'll continue to work hard at it if it allows me to help Harold. Papa gave me a goodbye kiss before he left for work today. Glad I got up earlier today. Home of Representative Campbell. No reason to speak with him. Bond is one busy little worker bee, even when he's at home. He enjoys taking time out to read to our daughter, at least, but I wish he'd rest a bit more. Bond must really love his job to bits. He's a bit of a strange one, that husband of mine. Something about quirks, does every man in Murray behave like him? Apparently father's in a lot of trouble because some of his important papers were ruined. I wouldn't know anything about that. There's some sort of strange claw marks or something, isn't there? Need those documents for the bonds. Right, they got torn up last week. Who in the right mind would even do that? Looks like some sort of paw-like thing that has claws. What kind of animal would do that? On a bit of a morning walk, are we, youngsters? If you're up and about this early, I would recommend going to visit the IBC. That building's truly a sight to behold when it's shrouded by the morning fog. You have no reason to visit this mansion. The new city hall that's under construction is supposedly going to be the most modern building in all of Zemuria. So that'll be 40 stories above ground once completed. Not only will it serve as the new city hall, but I've heard there are plans to lease office and restaurant spaces in the building too. I'm a businessman, so it's only natural for me to find a way to participate in the project. I can't wait for that beauty to be completed. Hey there, wanna play? Thanks for coming to Barker Casino. I'm not gonna gamble yet. I'll probably worry about it later, though. Alright, think I'll go for a couple of rounds today. Beginning to think that you have an addiction, Randy. Just when he should be patrolling, he always ends up getting carried away in the casino. We're supposed to be gathering intel here, so I won't tell you can't play at all. Just try to show some restraint, Randy. Gotta exchange mirror for tokens at the desk. You can't exchange tokens for mirror, but you can buy prizes. Son of a bitch, I lost again. Chick at the card table gave me a total beatdown. But next time we play, she's always gonna get beat, I swear it. Welcome to Barker Casino. Hi, Randy. Hope you have lots of fun like you always do. You know it, Cherry. You can always leave to me, baby. So, he's always coming here to have his fun, is he? He's hopeless. Ah, here we are. Martial arts uniform, which is actually pretty good armor for this stage. Here's the perfect boots. The other thing was the tail. I don't remember, was there a set? Anyway, it gives you a nice chunk of evasion. And then a gift for Randy. Oh? So you're the famous Randy. I've heard the rumors you're quite the gambler, aren't you? It's an honor to be beckoned by a lovely lady like yourself, ma'am. You know, they say love is the greatest gamble of all. Happily put my heart on the line if you do the same. Excuse me, could you spare us from your debauchery? Or save for some other time, at least. Welcome to the card stable. Care to play a game of blackjack? Welcome to Barker Casino. I like the look in your eyes. Would you like to spin the roulette? Never know when you might just strike it rich. Yeah, I'll pass. If I were to play anything, it'd be poker or blackjack. Hey, Gramps, how you doing today? Is that you here, Randy? Shut up, don't you distract me now. I got a good rhythm going. Good to see you haven't changed. Don't you think you're playing a bit too much, though? You're not going to hear the end of it from the missus. If it happens, it happens. Well, I'm not surprised that all of Randy's friends behave like him. I welcome you to Barker Casino, everyone. Would you like to try your luck at roulette? A seat just happened to open up. Why do you keep ignoring me, you old bastard? That's because my welcome doesn't extend to you, Randy. Feel free to make yourself scarce. Shoo, leave something for the other guests every once in a while. But I get it. You're just ticked off that I've been absolutely killing it here. I'll remember this. I'm gonna show up tonight and there ain't a damn thing you can do about it. Shut your mouth, you damn brat. Is Randy a regular here? What an odd relationship those two have. You see Barker Casino over there? Those guys know how to treat a customer right. The owner bought me some drinks when I was down in the dumps from losing. You interested? Because there's no better time to check it out than the present. There's supposed to be one other pedestrian that we can talk to. You ever seen that Bishi guy from the back alley? You can call him my business rival. Don't let him worm his way into your head. There she is. The back alley is filled with shady barkers, all eager to lure another sucker into one of their clubs. Try and keep your guard up around them. Slip for 1 second and you're already on the road to getting scammed. Ice cream, get your ice cream. Hey mister, yeah you, come try my ice cream. Today's gonna be a scorcher. I don't know if it's supposed to be a scorcher or if that's actually correct. So now's your time. Don't come crying to me later when I'm all sold out. Hey, did you hear the big news? Arkansas's newest production is going to be announced soon. Tickets are supposedly going on sale immediately following the announcement. I have to get my hands on one. You guys here to get your morning fill of Lady Ilya too? Just don't get too pushy now. My sincerest apologies, but Arkansas has a performance starting at 6 p.m. If you're a fan, we'd appreciate it if you would return at a later time. Sorry, sir, we didn't intend to come here unannounced. Arkansas is an incredibly famous troupe. I don't think we should bother them if we don't have any business here. So yep, you get tossed right out. Crossville will be hosting a few major events next month. Between the Anniversary Festival and Arkansas's newest production, there'll be plenty of exciting things to do. We're expecting to be fully booked, so we recommend making a reservation ASAP. Most of our patrons are travelers from foreign countries, so we pay... Oh man, hiccup. So we pay attention to current events around the world. For instance, Calvert, Erebony, and Liberal signed a non-aggression pact 2 years ago. With the threat of sudden war lessened, people became more willing to travel to foreign countries, thus increasing the number of tourists. I don't see anyone there. I don't see anyone there. Good morning and welcome to Hotel Millennium. Please ensure that you've retrieved all your belongings before you leave. Yeah, tell Trent that. Or Trant, or whatever his name is. Good morning. Thank you for choosing Hotel Millennium. Customer just finished checking out, so we have a vacant room. Would you like to reserve it? It's a good thing someone found his train pass for him, you know? Hey, how you doing? Looks like there are plenty of tourists out here today. Gotta do everything I can to reel them in. That way the customers will be happy and so will I. Everyone wins, yeah? How about it, guys? Let's all become happy together. A few patrons got a little too drunk recently and started complaining loudly about a job. Mentioned messing up something downtown. It'd be better if they didn't talk where other people could hear them. Were they members of Ravash? Couldn't say. We get a lot of patrons like that, to tell you the truth. What? It's morning already? Let me sleep in just a few more minutes. Every once in a while, those black suit guys will cause a huge commotion in the middle of the night. Thanks to them and their shenanigans, I wasn't able to reel in a single customer the other day. Now I'm really mad. Hey, you brats. Got some business here or something? What's this, a police badge? These the ones that caught Fabio and the others? For real? You screwing with me, right? They're just a bunch of kids. Pretty safe to assume this building belongs to the Mafia. I think we should leave. It's a bad idea to provoke them. One of the treasure chests is like on the second floor outside of the Mafia building. You have to climb out a window to get in case you're wondering. I don't think you can get any of them just yet. Accomplished quite the feat the other day, didn't we? I didn't expect you to go along with the Testament's leader's plan to lure them out. Color me impressed. How do you know about that? Unless, did Grace turn the case into an article after all? Oh, I didn't read about it. You do know about informants, don't you? With the right amount of mirror, you can get just about any information you'd like. Informants? Believe it or Crossville have a bunch of sketchy jobs like that. So that was Still Blue and Passionate Rouge. I'm just trying to refresh my memory on the items because we're going to 9 Volley in a moment. We're going to finish in the administrative district like usual because of the way this place is shaped. Did you guys know that Daddy is super important? He's the president of a huge trading company. But my brother hates Daddy. Crossville has long been known as a trade city. That's in no small part thanks to the eastern and western highways being such vital trade routes. Those highways have carried international produce, textiles, and even valuable information into the city. They have truly helped shape Crossville into what it is today. Oh, are you planning to visit Armorica? In that case, you should exit the city via the eastern gate right over there. If you board the bus out there, it'll take you straight to the village, so it's a fairly easy trip to make. Or walking. My family's been working as merchants for generations. Dad runs a trading company and Grandpa's the chairman of the Business Owners Association. But I'm just straight up not interested in any of that stuff, you know? Come on, let's pretend to be bracers. Take this and that. Braces are invincible. Asl hasn't come back from downtown district yet. When I contacted the hospital, they said he'd already been discharged. I knew the only way to get him to come home was for me to drag him back myself. Wonder if Fran's hard at work right now. I know she can be, but she has a surprisingly firm head on her shoulders. I shouldn't have to worry about her too much. A couple of young tenants moved in next door recently. When I went to greet them, I was met by an energetic young lady with twin tails and a quiet, black-haired young man. I seem to recall them claiming that they're bracers. I would imagine they're a reliable pair of youngsters. So here's where Joshua and Estelle are crashing. You can see Estelle's staff up there, or at least something of hers. Hey there, sweeties. Didn't know you had enough free time to waltz into your rival's headquarters like that. Well, if you got nothing better to do, how about taking some of the work off our hands, huh? It's quite alright, we're actually on duty right now. Really? That's too bad. No matter, I'm sure before long you'll have a fire lit under those keisters of yours. What do you mean by that? Don't mind me, just talking to myself. It's good to see you all. Hello again, Arios. It's been quite some time, hasn't it? There is no need to be so nervous. You did a fine job handling the incident downtown. You were able to resolve the matter before we intervened. It was nothing, really. Bet he would have settled the whole thing with a single swing of his blade. Cannot help but feel he has us dancing in the palm of his hand, as they say. Orbital phone. Kind of funny how they're going obsolete already with the whole, enigmas. Sounds like Copan's gone and bagged himself another big one. Gotta put a stop to this man, Peter. He's making us look like chumps. For sure, I'm already getting antsy. What do you say we unleash your true power during tonight's fishing session? I think that's your clue that you talked to Copan to get a fishing notebook. In case you're wondering, we're still missing one of them here. Because I think the monster book is in the detective notebook. We'll hit up this one real quick. I think we already spoke to her. What a nice group of youthful people we got here. Are you all going on a trip? Yes, ma'am. We got some business to take care of at our Armorica village. My, that's quite the journey. I have an idea. Why don't you take this all with you? Lemonade. Some kind of light ice lemonade you gave me on the train? Indeed it is. Remember to drink some while you're on the road if you feel dehydrated. Okay, I had a coughing fit there. If you feel dehydrated, okay? Roger that, madam. Forgot what the lemonade's used for. Despite what you may think, the merchants of Crossville actually do more than butt heads. The merchants on East Street have always been part of a network of sorts where we'd help each other out. We didn't intend to found one, but before we knew it, people had begun calling us the Crossville Business Owners Association. In case you're wondering, I'm trying to get a nice backlog of material to upload because I'm going to be really busy in the second week of October, and I don't know if I'll be able to do anything at all that week. I recorded a bunch of Wild Arms, so I'll probably just edit that if I fall behind. Them red tracksuit wearing delinquents haven't shown their face around here lately. Glad they're not picking fights around my store anymore. Now it feels a bit too quiet around here. I'm almost more worried for some reason. Wonder if they had something bad. Food poisoning will put them down for the count. There's an idea. How about we give it a try if they keep causing problems? A little excessive, don't you think? We have not one, not two, but 5 big boys at our household. Got all this brute strength, but it's totally wasted on their lazy butts. You know how amazing it'd be if I could get any of them to help with the chores? Welcome, friends. I had this real energetic gal stop by the stall this morning. We got to talking and ended up having a great conversation. She had chestnut hair done up in twin tails. Never seen her around these parts before. Do you think she actually moved in town just recently? Saw some bracers hanging out in the marketplace this morning. They always look like they're ultra busy. They usually come rushing out of the guild whenever trouble calls. East Street is home to an organization known as the Business Owners Association. They used to negotiate for the shopkeepers here, but now they're essentially representatives for the entire area. Mainly Crossville and traders make their fortunes by participating in international trade and speculation. Doubt you find anybody on East Street that approves of those kinds of methods, though. Youch, hurt my dang fingers again. Guess that's the life of a craftsman. At times putting your blood, sweat, and tears into a piece is a bit more literal than usual. Hey, now, it's not like I seriously injure myself every single time I make something. Even veterans manage to get hurt every once in a while, you know? There's a town right past the Calvardian border called Altair. It's not exactly big, but people have been passing through it as they go to and from Crossville for ages now. Crossville inside of Tangerine is always packed with travelers. Many members of the CGF come here to eat on weekends. It's so interesting to talk to so many different kinds of people. Their jobs must be really hard though, they always look so tired after work. I'll have to do my best to encourage them. Right now the best-selling product in all of Crossville is Orbital Cars, Arc and Seal tickets. Come on, Puck, tickets? What, are you trying to be a scalper? Arc and Seal tickets are crazy popular, man. We'd totally make a killing. This world's all about Orbital Cars right now. Every man dreams of owning one, aren't you the same? I was in Anywhere talking to my bud, so I decided to consult the Grimwood Law Office. I could see that he was kind of confused by my visit. He explained to me that I needed to decide on what business I'm even starting before I started. I guess he makes a good point. Shanshan is cute. She's hardworking, beautiful, and has a sexy voice. She's my #1 self-proclaimed wife candidate. The master always watches her like a hawk, doesn't want anyone making a move on her. I always see him snooping around while he pretends to work the pan. I won't lie, it's amusing to watch. Haven't seen those brats from the downtown district around here lately. Can finally relax, or so I thought. Such to deal with the people getting off work that come here drunk. To get drunk. I can never seem to catch a break. We took a long trip out to Crossville for my Boyd today. I'd do anything for my son. I'm not afraid of working overtime. Wow, this bed is so soft and fluffy. Did you guys know that Daddy promised me he'd buy me something I wanted? I told him I wanted the Mishy plush. I'm so excited to get it. So that's going to be a quest later. We came to Crossville with the intention of purchasing goods, but we ended up spending the whole month sightseeing. Do wonder what's happening back at the Imperial Mansion right about now. I very much enjoyed seeing all the sights Crossville had to offer. It's about time I went and purchased that septium crystal I had my eyes on earlier. It's pretty easy to get to Maine's now that they've established a bus route there from the northern exit of Crossville. It's the first step towards bonding with my septium trading father. Okay, it's time I head out. I don't know, is there a map? Ah, yeah, okay. So yeah, if you're confused, just hit the options button and I'll tell you where everything's located. Came here from the countryside hoping to get admitted into St. Ursula Medical College. Failed this year's exam as well. Guess I'm retaking it next year. He's a name... I think he appears in other games, I'm trying to remember. rent for this apartment is really cheap. So cheap even an utter failure like me can manage to afford living here. It's been 60 years, and right there's a typo. It's been 60 years to the day since I first started living here in the downtown district. Even these parts were full of activity back then, but all that changed once the new business and entertainment districts popped up. Even though it feels as if the government has been forsaken this district, I have no desire to leave. I met a new girl yesterday. She was really pretty. She just moved in next door to us. When she said hello, she gave me a nice pat on the head. Okay, so Risha lives here then. We had recently had a young girl move in next door to us. To my surprise, I found out she was living all by herself. Shut the hell up, Van. I said, keep it down. So yeah, that's Risha's apartment right there then. Stark contrast to Ilya's, you know? Youngsters are as energetic as ever. We're all basking in the sun's warmth. I couldn't ask for a lovelier day. So then this is just a full-blown dungeon. Cookie's back. Thank you, Adios. Ow, damn, this friggin' hurts. How's the injury? Wasn't it going to take about a month to heal? Yeah, it's whatever, though. I'm more pissed with how I was dragged to the hospital against my own will. I can't sleep in those hellholes. At least you're feeling better, eh? So you guys, doesn't seem like you're in a bad mood today, Vald. Oh, and by the way, thanks for cooperating with us back then. You really helped us out. Your guy that got sent to the hospital's right back, yeah? That's some great news, man. Yeah, but I still haven't settled the score with those Ravash punks yet. The only reason they're still breathing right now is because I went along with you and Wazy. Next time I see those goddamn assholes on my turf, I'll beat them to a bloody pulp. Somebody's gotta knock some sense into him. How unnecessarily violent of you. Not very cool-headed, is he? Don't worry, things will mull out when he's finally a squire. You beep home, pal? You finally beep? Buddy, we beep ya. Ain't beep whack? Wish he turned on the mic a bit. Doesn't help that his lyrics are totally incomprehensible either. I believe this is to celebrate the return of his friend from St. Ursula, possibly. Are you familiar with this type of music, Tio? I was trying to figure out what he was saying there, but I can't make sense of it. Damn it, how we fall for their trap? Man, I screwed up real bad. Got another thing coming if you think we're gonna thank you, though. So that's another typo, it's you got another think coming. Why would I thank a bunch of cops for doing their damn jobs for once? Jeez, the typos are building up rapidly. Hell yeah, Cookie's back. Now we've got the gang back together, we totally go and beat the hell out of those testaments now. Please don't. They're literally incapable of learning. Welcome, what can I do for you today? You folks are here. You're those Triple S guys from the CPD, aren't you? Whatever, as long as I'm making a buck, I don't care. If you need me to spruce up your gear, let me know. Mainly dabble in orbman repairs, but I can reinforce your weapons if you need it. Just ask me to enhance them and I'll get to it. You can enhance weapons? Yep, reinforcing weapons is child's play if I have the right materials on hand. I may not look the part anymore, but I was actually a specialist in the Epstein Foundation's Materials Engineering Division back in my prime. Just know that your gear's in good hands. You once worked at the Foundation? Impressive, that would explain your proficiency with modifications. Sweet, sounds like we got ourselves a nice hooker for some decked out weapons. We're across any materials this old dude can use. Let's bring him over and get us some shiny new gear. By talking to Gilliam and selecting Customize, a list of upgrades will be displayed. If you have the materials, you can create a weapons and armor made by customizing your stronger. They can now be bought at weapon shops and have special effects. Monsters may drop the necessary materials. You folks been racking up one achievement after another, haven't you? Folks are the police officers that popped up in the Crossville Times, ain't you? Just what I expect from a childhood pal Wendy's. Thanks for being a reliable young man. Thanks, I appreciate it. So, U materials can drop from certain enemies, but you can also get them as failed cooking things, so make it that way you will. Currently, the only way to actually have any U materials is from failing cooking, and even then, like, some of these aren't really worth the headache. Like, this will hit a little harder, but if you notice, it loses a fifth of its accuracy, compared to Ellie, who has a fifth bonus accuracy. For Lloyd, he's going to move a little faster, while his is kind of nice, and this is the only way to get Tio some arts. Like Ellie's just gives her accuracy. Tio actually does boost her spell damage. I'm going to be doing some farming off camera shortly. So here's 9 volley. Oh, for the love of new goods again. 80. It's going to take even longer to keep track of inventory. And if you don't remember, Jingo is the junk shop merchant, proprietor, whatever you want to call it, for Cold Steel 3 and 4. She takes over for the old man. I can't remember his name from Cold Steel 1 and 2. But this is when she's really young and before she found Cerberus. Mom, we have new customers. Can I sell them some weapons? New customers? Sell them the untraceable stuff. You heard her, folks. So, you buying something today? Actually, can you tell us what kind of store this is? We sell goods. Anything you need, we got it. Usually, right now we only have meds and quartz in stock like this one and that one. Oh yeah, don't count on using any Mira. That sells you a trail. Pay with goods only. This continues to sound more suspicious by the minute. What I think she's trying to say is that this is some kind of exchange shop, right? Speak to Jingo, choose exchange for the catalog of tradable goods. So you have the items, you can make the exchange. Equipment and quartz that are rare can be found here, some of them can't be found anywhere else. But you have to use items instead of Mira, so think carefully about what you trade. So if we had 2 marble rings and 2 luminous glasses, we get the Mega Duda here. Prevents seal and mute, but doesn't actually give you like any stats to go with it, so it's up to you if you find it worthwhile. I will probably never get that. For the quartz, we have poison, mute, seal, and blind. These are much better in Cold Steel, to be honest with you, because like seal will have some strength attached to it usually. The only upside to these is that if you notice they give 3 of the element, so it's much easier to get to the higher tier spells. But the only way I'm using these is if I find them, because those are not worth trading. And if you have a bunch of Tira Balms, you can trade for Tira Balms, but this heals for 2,000. Just to put into context for you, we are only Randy's above 500 hit points right now, so that's a way to get rid of the items later, but right now we have no use for it. What a relief, Azel's finally out of the hospital. Maybe thank you now, but don't let it get to your head. We Testaments are loyal to Wazy alone. You here again, you dogs. Definitely helped us out, but Trinity is Wazy's holy ground. Wazy's word is absolute here, do you understand? It's you, Lloyd. Did you come all the way here for little old me? You sure know how to make a boy feel special. So real quick, if you didn't know, Wazy is confirmed by the writers to be bisexual, so he'll hit on men and women alike. Wait, what? Whatever you think this is, it's not. I'm just here to offer you my thanks. Lloyd's overly flustered reaction raises suspicion. Okay, I'll stop teasing you for now. We still owe you a great deal from when you helped us out. Feel free to drop by again sometime. Who knows, if I'm in the mood, I may even throw you another bone. Yeah, sure, I may just take you up on that. I'm still not a fan of this guy. And like I said, he joins the Triple S in Azure. Azel was discharged with a clean bill of health. I know it's late to say this, but thank you, truly. Azel could have died if one of his vitals were hit. I must offer you my gratitude for taking revenge on them in our stead. Now that most of my injuries are healed, I finally was able to check out the hospital, but I feel bad for making my sister worried sick. She's not exactly fond of the Testaments, and now that I've gone and landed myself at the hospital, and the fact that I haven't been home in a while, it's going to be hard to look her in the eyes. We're currently open for business. Please notify us if you like a meal. Sure, thanks. Huge dude runs the place, right? So next stop is going to be the bank. Like, there are a few things I want to point out here and there. I just need to remember to do them later, just because my voice is not going to hold out. Ah, crap, I forgot about this. I was working up a mean appetite for my morning run, but I won't have the strength to jump nearly as high as I do now if I start gaining weight. Have you ever seen the Ferris wheel in Michelin Wonderland? It's huge. They have a bunch of other attractions too, like a roller coaster and a haunted house. I'm dying to try out the roller coaster. I've never ridden one before. You can see the roller coaster in Cold Steel. I left the business that my grandfather built for us in order to start the stand here. Up our way to home, I craft to push my noodles to greater heights and be right outside in the center of the action. I want as much feedback as possible, so I'd be over the moon if you guys gave them a taste test and let me know what you thought. We can't afford anything. Not even our donuts. I don't know where the courier ran off to. Hey, wait, trading. If you have business, please knock. Ah, there's someone down there. So this is where you board the cruise ship to Michelin, is it? Well, I'm ready to go. I've been looking forward to this trip for a while, and I plan to hit up every one of those fancy shops I've been hearing about. Where did he go? There. You're telling me a fight broke out in the downtown district? Scary stuff. I better watch my back there. Our company relocated this building about a year ago. We haven't gotten around to cleaning up, so we've just got a bunch of junk lying around. If only I could find time to organize it all. Okay, the next topic is... Hey guys, recently got permission to start writing my own articles. Though it's just a tiny column in the culture section, I'm ecstatic all the same. Sure, it's an eye-catching event, but keep in mind we can always cover our bases there by working with the Imperial Chronicle if we need to. Still planning on going, Grace? Of course I am. What better chance than the Imperial Memorial Ceremony will I have getting to see the Imperial family in person? I want to cover it myself at least once. Oh, my beloved Triple S has come again. Hello, hello. How's life treating you? Don't try to hide behind your smooth talk. You aren't going to blow up the case from the other day into some sensational scandal again, I hope. Come on, guys. Turn those frowns upside down. Things may look a bit shaky now, but trust me, I'm rooting for you. You'll have to forgive me, I'm actually a teensy bit busy this week. Don't have much time for chit-chat, you know? I'll be counting you guys to embroil yourself in another riveting story for me by the time I get back. Capiche? Sure. I don't know how capiche is spelled to know if that's correct or not. Over here's the bank. So keep in mind this is the second quest we'll be taking on. Good morning, welcome to the IBC's corporate headquarters. Too stunned for words? It's a pretty impressive building, isn't it? It's not usual for people to be astonished the first time they see the building in all its glory. The awe is worn off on the employees, though. And the people who built the poor thing, I imagine. That jacket of yours, are you a part of the CPD? We work in IBC's security department. Let us handle the IBC's security concerns. Excuse me, only staff members are permitted beyond here. It's prohibited to those without authorization, yada yada. Let's see what the economics section has to say. Interesting, the IBC is starting up a new service. I'm willing to wager that the stocks will rise because of this. I'd better check on it pronto. Welcome to the International Bank of Crossville. Been employed here for 2 years, and yet I'm still directing customers to the teller's window like some sort of tour guide. Maybe it's because I stand so close to the receptionist counter. Wait a second, please. Click, click. Great, I can verify your account for you now. Please do. Excuse me, I'm still being helped by this young lady here. I'm sorry, sir. Can you wait over that couch? And they still say the same thing. Welcome to the International Bank of Crossville. Oh, now this is a surprise. It's been quite a while, hasn't it, Miss McDowell? Oh? Are you acquainted, Ellie? Hello, Lanfei. Indeed, it has been a while. I haven't seen you since you returned from your studies abroad. Yes, that reminds me, would you like to inform Miss Qua of your arrival? She's currently overseeing Michelin's operations, but I'm sure she'd rush back if I notified her that you were here. I'm glad to hear that Belle's still keeping herself busy. That's okay, though. I'm not here to discuss anything important with her today. I'll visit her another day when I have the chance. In case you're wondering, they're talking about, I think her name is Maria Belle Qua. You'll see her later on when we get to the Black Auction or whatever they call it in this game, but just be aware she's pretty important. Is that so? I'll send her your regards then. Damn, Mademoiselle's got connections in the IBC? Yeah, and they seem to be pretty on friendly terms too. She continues to uphold her image of the perfect noble lady. I can hear you, you know. Aren't we here to get work done, Lloyd? Yeah, you're right, we are. Oops, got a bit too sidetracked. Please allow me to introduce ourselves. We're members of the CPD's Special Support Section. I believe we received a request from the IBC for help. Oh, is this what this is all about? My apologies, I'll explain the details to you immediately. Great, thank you. You may have read about it in the finance section of the paper already, but the IBC will soon be rolling out a new service to exchange Sepith. Essentially, our service will allow patrons to exchange Sepith at a higher rate than the average market value. So you're offering to cough up more dough than your everyday shop, man. Talk about deluxe treatment. Surface's purpose is to amass a large reservoir of Sepith due to the scarcity of natural septium. The IBC is unparalleled when it comes to designing simple yet effective initiatives. You flatter us. However, to counteract theft and Sepith counterfeiting, we're limiting the service to IBC members for the time being. Our Our main goal right now is to make it so that we can store the set within our terminals. We'd like for you to help us beta test this feature, hence the request. Sounds good. What exactly do we need to do? Great. First things first, please take this card with you. Got the primary card. You'll need to present that card to me here in order to perform an exchange. Additionally, for this beta test, we'll need you to exchange a specific amount of Sepith. 30 of each type should be sufficient. 30 of each type, got it. Sounds cool, let's give it a spin. By the way, there's no requirement for us to deposit them all at the same time. We can turn it in little by little while we take a break from our other requests. You can now use the IBC exchange service, speak with Lanfei, choose exchange, and exchange to perform the exchange. Simple, right? Welcome to the National Bank Crossville. Miss Craw left this morning to conduct some inspections. Unfortunately, I sincerely apologize. Be sure to let her know you stopped by, though. So... I saved my stuff exclusively for this. So I was planning on just talking during this part, but I actually do have enough to do everything. Keep in mind you probably do want to do this one later, since you can use this for slots and stuff, but there you go. If you notice, they pay 1 more than, I think, normal price than the other shops for the basic elements, and 2 more for the higher elements. Oh! Appears you managed to exchange 30 of each Sepith type. Just 1 moment, please. Hello, this is the reception desk. I'd like to convert 30 of each type of Sepith into mirror, please. Right, I see. Yes, understood. Confirm the transaction with our employees at the exchange terminal. There was an incident where an employee confused Earth Sepith and Space Sepith, but we were thankfully able to clear that up. Here's hoping things will run smoothly from now on. Guessing they've got a bit more hands-on experience now. Glad we're able to be of service to you. Of course, you've been an immense help. It's not much, but please take this as a token of our appreciation. 3 Tear Balm, 2 Reviving Balm, 2 EP Charge. A rather generous reward. But that's not all. You can keep on using the VIP card I gave you earlier. You're our special guest, you may continue to use our exchange service as you please. Please consider it as another token of our thanks. Are you sure about this? Isn't this too much? Ain't this supposed to be a service meant for IBC members only? You tell me we're getting close to those awesome perks all thanks to Mademoiselle here? I highly doubt that's the reason why. You're not giving us special treatment because of me, right, Lanfei? Of course not. Please visit again if there's anything I can assist you with in the future. So, yeah. We can knock that one out immediately. Well then, everything seems to be running smoothly. Thanks again. You've been a great help, Chief. This kind of algorithm is especially challenging. Is that? Only one way to find out, Tio. That does make sense. I can always trust in your opinion, Chief. I have not seen you in some time, Chief. That voice. Well, if it isn't Tio. How are you doing these days? Chief, is this man your boss? That is correct. He is my direct boss and the chief of the Orbital Staff Development Division. He specializes in orbital computer networking and acts as the head of the Epstein Foundation's Crossville branch. Suppose you can call him my supervisor. Everything appears to be running smoothly at the new division of the CPD. Quite relieved to see you doing well. But why don't you ever come by to deliver reports to you? I'm quite worried about you. Is that the official explanation behind your gracious delivery of an orbital staff to the weapons shop for me? You know, now that I think about it, when you mentioned that somebody from the Foundation drops by pretty frequently. Well, you see, there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for that. I've really done it now. Tio's no doubt angry with me. But how can she expect me to have a child like her to leave a child like her to her own devices in a city like this? Your behavior is suspicious, Chief. What? What could that you possibly mean? Please refrain from secretly leaving new equipment for me at different locations. I'm not trying to participate in a scavenger hunt. I see your point, Tio, and I'm terribly sorry for all this, truly. Please don't be upset with me. It is precisely your behavior at times like this that upsets me, Chief. Haha, you're right, I understand. Aren't you being too harsh, Tio? I'm unable to help it, I'm irritated beyond comprehension. See, I just need to make a note that we did one of the quests here, and I'll probably mention in the actual quest video. It's going to be a little weirder now, since more and more areas of Crossville unlock as you go, so it becomes more time-consuming to do literally everything. We still have to hit up Station Street, just as a reminder. So here's the third quest. Hi again, Uncle Miles. Lloyd, it's good to see you. Have you come to borrow more books? Actually, we're here for your request. I believe you sent a request to the Triple S for help, right? You were asking for help to locate and retrieve some overdue books. By golly, you're right, I did submit a request like that, didn't I? Let's get to it, shall we? Allow me to explain the details. Of course. Splendid, you're doing me a huge favor. You see, several of our patrons have yet to bring in their overdue books. I'd like for you to locate and return them to me. Understood. Doesn't sound too bad to me. Sure, do you have their addresses? Yep, that information is tied to their library cards. Give me a moment to bring it up to you. First person is Faye, who lives in Belheim Apartments on West Street. Next we have Clarice from Acacia Apartments on East Street. Last we have Raymond from CPD headquarters in the Administrative District. Raymond, you must stop embarrassing us. Sorry, Uncle, I wasn't expecting someone with the force to lack punctuality. Don't worry about it. Just hoping that the reader was so engrossed by the contents of their book that they simply forgot to read it on time. I sense that your hopes are highly unlikely. There are quite a number of people out there who pay no regard to rules. What? The hell are you looking at me like that for? No reason. Anyway, our objective is clear. We'll retrieve those books for you ASAP. Great, thank you. Please return me once you collect all 3 books. I'm counting on you, Lloyd. Thought one of these was Insane Ursula, but I guess we get off easy. Researching history can be quite challenging. You have to rummage through countless old books, collect folklore, and visit the occasional historical landmark. It is truly the field of investigating the truth. Sounds too time-consuming for me. I don't think I've seen this one before. You know, I've worked here for 5 years now, and there's still so many books I've yet to discover. Our collection is so vast, I manage to get lost at times. Recently I moved to Crossville. Such a gorgeous day, I wouldn't be happier to call it home. Hey, guess what? When I grow up, I want to become a priest. When I become one, I'm going to read books to all the kids. Huh, and Abby wants to move to an abbey. Just saying. Anyway, we're going to pick up Raymond's book in a moment. Allow me to give you a rundown of this fine establishment. There are 2 facilities within City Hall. The reception hall to your left and the Crossville Diet to your right. Most people in Crossville are familiar with the reception hall thanks to all the special events we hold there. Hallway on the left leads to the west wing of City Hall, and this door is where you can find the mayor's office. Conversely, the other hallway leads to the east wing, and you can find the speaker's office behind the door on the right. Both men are important politicians that hold massive amounts of influence internationally. Mayor's office. It's locked. You have no reason to go inside here. Hey guys, I heard the news. You gotta leave the city to investigate monster incidents, right? Yeah, we're about to depart for Amorca Village. I, Francisco, will support you with everything I've got. That's what I'd like to say. But I'm not too sure you'll be in range to receive audible communication. We'll just have to try and find out. It's usually fine inside the city, though. I see. Do you think our enigmas will be too far away to communicate with you? The operating system was intended for investigative use only within city limits. Though theoretically speaking, orbital waves should be able to travel up to 200 Selge outside of the city. 200 Selge? I think they'll just barely reach all the populated areas within the state. So we'll be able to keep the communications then. Thank Adios. Don't forget to contact your pal Francisco when you get yourselves into a bind, guys. Roger that, Fran. You don't have to worry so much. We'll be fine. Yeah, we're just doing an investigation. That reminds me, did you hear the news? The CPD is currently conducting a survey on monsters local to Crossville. Really? What exactly does that entail? Well, I'm sure you're already aware that your combat notebook has a section for monster entries, right? After defeating a monster, officers are supposed to record information in their notebooks. That data is just what we need for the survey, so once you start filling up that notebook, please come and show it to me. In the end, we'll combine all the information we receive together to use as foundation for new safety resources. Quite the smart idea, huh? Definitely, I'm glad to see the CPD is seeking out ways to improve. Couldn't say it better myself, after all. This is to protect the fine citizens of Crossville. Coughing fit. Nearly forgot. Whenever you supply me with information, I'll give you a small bonus too. Make sure you stop by when you can, okay? Once you fill out a certain number of entries, please bring it to me. Use the information gathered for more safety measures. Get a small bonus, yada yada. If you carry over the combat notebook, you can get all those in New Game Plus right off the bat, even though I think there's just like one good reward. How's it going, Detective Raymond? Well, if it isn't the Triple S, you guys got some business at HQ to attend to? Well, I mean, you got guts playing dumb like this, we'd be fooled by your little act. But we see right through you, Raymond. The real culprit here is you. What? Randy, cool with the pranks, okay? Was not even clever. Oh, come on, I'm a police officer, aren't I? I had to pull out that line at least once in my life, you know? What's he going on about? Sorry about that, Detective Raymond. We're here because of a request from the library. You wouldn't happen to have an overdue library book, would you? Ah, crap, now that you mention it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have one. Yeah. So, Detective Raymond, did you perhaps misplace this book of yours? No, I don't think so. Why the uncertainty, then? I'll go look for it. Managed to find it. Here you go. Women Who Changed the World. Thank goodness. Really left us in suspense there, Raymond. Though I have to ask, what inspired you to check out this particular book? To my knowledge, it's a pretty extensive account of historic female figures and the incredible feats they've accomplished. Yeah, well, when I saw the title, I thought I was checking out a photo album with a bunch of hot chicks from across the continent. After I cracked the thing open and realized it was definitely not that, I kind of just left it in my drawer and forgot about it. I do not think the library is the right place to search for that kind of book. Well, we got the book back, so all's well that ends well. We appreciate your cooperation, Detective Raymond. Anytime, guys. Don't have any business upstairs, rather than I could shoot out. I managed to find that book. Next time I'll be actually sure to read past the title before I borrow something. Let's see. Here's the roster sheets, and we were supposed to use the meeting room upstairs, but the First Division went and took it for themselves. These guys always do what they want. It's like the rest of us might as well not even be here. Alright then, I think it's about time I get started. 1, 2, 3... What? Why aren't they here? Why aren't they all here? They changed the location to Tasmania at the last minute, and now no one's here at all. Do everyone go to the meeting room on the second floor or something? What's up, guys? You're up and at it pretty early today, aren't you? Yeah, we got a busy day on our hands. You got a meeting this morning, right? That's right, they're determining everybody's patrol routes in the Metropolitan Division. It's been a month since I joined the CPD, so they think it's time to throw me into the thick of things. My superiors are pretty giddy about it. Good luck, man. Seems like things are just as busy on your end. Thanks, you'll hang in there, alright? I can imagine you guys have it pretty rough. Just know that I'm rooting for you from one rookie to another. And this should be our last stop. Good to see you guys. Still going hard with the support requests you do all the time. I'd say so. How's everyone in the second division doing these days? We ain't doing too poorly ourselves. Got a few cases on our hands, but progress is kind of slow. Ultimately, all we can do is stay diligent and take it one case at a time. Definitely, that's the best way to handle an investigation. So yeah, I'm gonna hop over. I'll see you guys in a sec. Okay, so I did miss the guys out here. The Transportation Division manages all the buses that run within the state. It's been about 5 years since those were created, and there hasn't been a moment of rest. But it's all thanks to them the buses run as efficiently as they do. The mayor manages to handle constant meetings and business trips despite his old age. You can always see that he's doing a fantastic job maintaining his health. Welcome. I'm going to teach you guys how to make some delicious juice of your own. It's important that you rehydrate your body after a long walk or an intense workout. So now we have the fresh fruit juice. So I believe that's it. We have to make 2 hops to the book location. This is going to take us to the... Actually, I forgot all about the back alley. Crap. Or no, I did go to here. Crossville's too big, man. So it would have been faster to go straight to center and center to west rather than going to entertainment residential west. So let's whip out the detective notebook. Who am I looking for? Helheim. Wrong building. Out with it, Brat. Where's the book? Doesn't seem like Faye is in right now. Maybe we'll try asking Pansy. Hey there, Pansy. Is your dad busy working today? Oh, Wendy's friend, you're Wendy's friend, aren't you? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I want to ask your dad a quick question if he's around, but it doesn't look like he is. Dad, he's off on a business trip. He won't be back for another 2 months. That's right, darn. Yeah, I'm not about to start going through his stuff without permission. Are you guys looking for something? We're here to retrieve a book your father borrowed from the library. Do you recall him making any mention of it? Is it the one I'm reading right now? Mind if I take a look at it? I can check it to see if it is. Sure. Retrieve the book Pansy held. It's gotta stand from the library. That's probably the one. Phooey. Seriously, Dad, I can't believe you leave on a business trip without returning your book. Sorry about that. Do you mind taking it in for me? Are you sure? Didn't you say you were in the middle of reading it? I believe you can apply for an extension at the library's front desk. No, it's okay. I was kinda just looking through it. It's actually pretty boring. I mean, did you even read the title? Let's see. Train Fanatic Rex. Yep, definitely sounds like some niche literature to me. Bet Dad borrowed it to try to get me interested in becoming a railway engineer. I'm not gonna fall for his tricks that easily, no siree. So yeah, feel free to return it to me. Return it for me. Sure thing, thanks for helping us out. And then the other one's Acacia. So the fastest way for this one is going straight to center instead of through the Triple S, and then you go to right to East Street. So it would have been faster to pick this one up over here first. Excuse me, Mrs. Seeker, do you have a moment? Yes, how may I help you? We're here because of a support request we received from the city library. Are you borrowing any books from the library that you've yet to return? I am. I completely forgot about it. Dear, I'm afraid this book is long overdue by now, isn't it? Appears she had a mere lapse in memory. Suppose I'm becoming more forgetful with age. I'm sure Noelle wouldn't let me hear about the end of it if she found out. Anyway, please wait here for a moment while I get it for you. Dude, you live in a studio apartment. This should be the one. Mark and the Witch Part 1. Oh, this book. What's up, Mademoiselle? You've read this before? Yes, actually. It's one of the most popular fairy tales at the library. Whenever my neighbor Serena goes to work, she always asks if I can watch after her little brother Hugo. I wonder if that's just supposed to be Hugo. So I thought it might be a fun idea to read books together, which led me to this one. I'm so glad he was taken in by it. Really, kind of want to read it now, too. Thank you very much for your cooperation, ma'am. Not at all. Pleasure was mine. Believe me, I'll make sure to return my books on time from now on. So with this, we have all three library books. Fastest way is going to be here. And the only reason why I say this is faster is because it's going to drop us right next to the library. You're back. Were you able to collect all the overdue books already? Sure did. Here you are. Great, looks like you managed to collect all three of them in one piece. Thanks again. I'm glad I have a group of reliable folks like you to count on. Quite happy to hear that. Believe this completes your request. Sure does, Tio. Thanks so much. I might just have to reach out to you guys again in the future. Anytime, we're happy to help. So I'm gonna go report these, and I'm gonna head outside the city to trigger any sort of events out there so that I can knock those out and do some grinding and stuff off camera. My voice just isn't handling it. I don't know why, but it seems like something always happens every 2 months. Just hoping to get a rank up. We should have gotten a new accessory. What was it we got as a reward? Oh, right. Okay. This. Oh well. Our Morka is out the east gate, I believe.
おいおい、そりゃないぜ。動力バスってのはどのくらい出ているんだ？
そこそこ数はあるはずだけど。
時刻表によると次の便は2時間後みたいですね。そんなに
？1日に数本しか走ってないってことかよ。
困ったな。今日中に病院くらいまでは回っておきたいんだけど、かといって他の場所を先に回るってのもな。
そうね、捜査方針を立てたばかりだし。だったら歩いていけばいいのでは？
え？
ティオちゃん？
おいおい、マジかよ。
地図で確認する限り、ここからアルモリカ村まで歩いて1時間半くらいの距離かと。次のバスで行った場合、待ち時間も考えたら2時間歩いた方が効率的ではないでしょうか。
なるほど、計算ではそうなるわね。確かアルモリカ村の前には田園風景が広がる石畳の道が通っているはずだし。
That's just an excuse. She just wants to make the cops walk, work off all those calories from the donuts.
ハイキングがてら行ってみるのも気分がいいかもしれないわね。
おいおい、お嬢さんたちあんなこと言ってるぞ。
どう考えても街道を歩いたことがないって雰囲気だよな。
どうしたの二人とも？
いや街道には魔獣もいるけど、二人とも大丈夫か？
それを言われると。でも今までにもジオフロントに何度か潜っているわけだし。
それに私はオーバルスタッフのテストをする必要もあります。多少の実践でしたらむしろ望むところですが。
わかった。そこまで言うなら歩こうか。
ええ、そうしましょう。ちょっとだけ楽しみね。こんなことならお弁当でも作ってくればよかったかしら。
確かに。まあお昼前には村に到着できるはずですから、ランチは向こうでいただけばいいかと。
二人がへまったら俺たちでフォローしよ
へいへい、了解。
So we'll pick up here after I butcher everything on this path. See you in a sec.